Hello and welcome to Quick Tips, the WordPress video series. In this video, I'm going to create a contact form which will help you calculate and accept the payments using the contact form only. So you do not need to install any third-party e-commerce plugin to accept the payments on your WordPress website. You can add your services on the contact form and it is going to calculate the pricing according to the services selected. And at the end, customer will be able to make payment using the contact form only. Let me show you how does this work. I'm on the first step of the contact form. So this is going to be a multi-step contact form. If you want, you can also create single step contact form. In this example, I have created multi-step contact form. On the first step, we are going to enter the personal details. So I have entered on the first name, last name and email address. Let's go to the next step. On the next step, customer will be able to select services. In this example, I have added some handyman services. However, you can change these services. You can customize it and you can add your own services there. And this is going to be a repeater field. So you will know how you can use a repeater field in the contact form. So let's select one service here. So I have selected AC repair. How many ACs do you have? Only one. So it will show the pricing for the AC repair, that will be 100. If I change the quantity to number 2, you will see the service price is 200. Subtotal is 200. And I have added 10% taxes. So the 10% of 200 is 20. And the grand total will be addition of subtotal and taxes. That is going to be 220. Now let's say you want the customer to pay 20% of the grand total as the advance payment. So here you will see 20% of the grand total is $44. Now, what if customer wants to book another service? You will see an option here, add new service. Let's click on it and you will see the same fields are there. So this is nothing but the repeater field. And now I can select another service. Let's say this one. Quantity will be 1. So one drain fix will cost you $80. So 200 plus 80 will be 280. Subtotal will be 280 and taxes will be 28. And this is the grand total. And 20% of the grand total is 61. Let's add one more service. Let's use this one. Pricing for this one is $120. Let's say we have two quantities here. So the subtotal will be addition of 200 plus 80 plus 240, that is 520, taxes, grand total, and this is the advance payment. Let's add one more service here. Okay, that is $50. And this is the advance payment. Now, if you do not want the customer to make advance payment, you can remove this option, advance payment. This is just a calculation. You can remove this field and instead of PayPal button, you can add a submit button. So customer will be able to submit the form and it will send you all the information to your email account. So you can contact the customer and fix the appointment. Now, if you want, you can also add other fields, for example, booking date, customer's address, zip code, city. In this example, I have not added those fields. However, you can customize it and you can add those fields. Now, if I want to make a payment, I can simply click on PayPal and it is going to open the PayPal payment gateway. I can pay using PayPal or I can click on pay with credit or debit card and I can enter the credit card details and make a payment. If I want to pay using PayPal, I can simply click on next and it will show you the amount that will be charged, that is 125.40. So this is nothing but the 20% of the grand total. I can log into the PayPal account and make the advance payment. In this example, I have used PayPal. You can also integrate Stripe, Molly or Razorpay. So there are different payment gateways that you can integrate into this contact form. To create this advanced contact form, I'm going to use Bitform. This is one of the most advanced WordPress form builder plugin. This plugin has free as well as premium version. In order to accept payments using the contact form, we are going to use Payment Gateway, which is part of premium plugin. The pricing of the premium version is only $39 for a single website per year. Currently, there is 25% discount going on. You can go for lifetime subscription that will cost you $132. And currently there is 30% discount going on, which will cost you $92.40 one-time payment. In the description box, I'll give you 50% discount coupon code, which will be valid during the Black Friday sale. So during the Black Friday sale, you can use the 50% discount coupon code, which I'll give you in the description box. In one of the previous videos, I have shown you how to install and use the free and the premium version of the Form plugin. If you want to watch this video, I'll give you the link in the description box. So in this video, we are going to create advanced contact form, which will help you calculate and accept the payments using the contact form. So let's see how does this work.
Do not forget to subscribe to Quick Tips YouTube channel. Watch new videos about website design, e-commerce websites, search engine optimization, social media marketing, WordPress tutorials, video editing tips, and many more. Press the bell icon to get instant notification whenever we publish new videos.
So here I'm logged into the dashboard of the WordPress website, and now we are going to create a contact form which will help you calculate and accept the payment using the contact form only. So I'm on the dashboard. Let's go to plugins. I have already installed the free version of the Form plugin as well as the pro version of the Form plugin. When you install the plugin, in the left hand panel you will see Form. Click on it, and here you will see all the forms that are created on your WordPress website. We are going to create a new form, so click on create form, and we are going to start with the blank form. Click on it. So we do not have anything on this form. We are going to create multi-step form. So on the first step, we are going to add the personal details. So first of all, let's add a title here. Let's move it up and let's name it as personal details. Okay, you can customize the contact form. You can also customize all the fields. I just want to show you how you can use the contact form. So I'm not going to customize all the fields. After that, we are going to add text. So drag and drop the text field. This will be, let's say, the first name. So I'm going to name it as first name. Use the admin label, that will be first name, and placeholder will again first name. Let's reduce the size. Let's add one more text field and name it as last name. Enable the admin label and enter the placeholder, that will be last name. Again, reduce the size and move it up. Let's not make the fields required right now. We will do it later. After that, I want to add phone number. So I'll search for the phone number field and drag it and drop it here. Reduce the size again. Enable the admin label, phone name, phone number. And after that, we are going to add email address. Search for email. Drag it and drop it here. Reduce the size and move it up. Enable the admin label. Okay, so on the first step, we are going to gather the information of the customer. That will be the personal details. If you want to add more fields such as address, state, city, zip code, you can add those fields. I'm going to create a new step here. Let's click on add step. This is going to be the second step. You will see that the previous and next button is added automatically. Now the submit button is on the first step, so we will need to move it to the next step. So click on the submit button. You will see a drop down here. Click on it and click on move to step 2. You will see the submit button on the step 2. On the first step, we have only the personal details, previous and next button. Let's go to step 2 and we are going to add some fields here. Let's add a title here. Drag it and drop it above the submit button and select it. Let's name it as please select services. Alright, this is just a title. After that, we are going to add a repeater field. In that repeater field, we are going to add an option to select the service and the quantity of the service. In this example, we are going to add some handyman services. So let's search for a repeater. Okay, you will see an option here, repeater. Drag it and drop it here. Okay, so this is the repeater field, and inside this field we are going to add image select. So the customer will be able to select service using the image of the service. So let's search for image and you will see an option here, image select. Drag it and drop it inside the repeater. You will see inside repeater we have image select option, and now we are going to add some services here. Select the image select field. Just scroll down and you will see an option here, add or edit options. So I'm going to click on it. We have 4 different services here. If you want to add more services, you can click on add more and it will add one more service. So let's add an image for the first service. Click on this option. Go to upload an icon click on browse, and it will show the media library of your WordPress website. If you want to upload, you can upload it. I already have some images uploaded, so I'm going to select one of these images. The first one will be, let's say, AC repair. So select the picture and add the title or the label, let's say AC repair, and the value will be the price of this service that we are going to offer. Let's say $100. We are going to charge $100 for one AC repair. If you want to add that information here, you can also add, so that customer will be able to understand what is the pricing. Let's go to the second service, click on upload icon, browse, and let's select another one that will be, let's say, drainage fixing, and price will be, let's say, $80, and we are going to add the value. This is not the price, this is the value of this particular option which we are going to use to calculate the total pricing. Okay, let's go to the third option, upload, browse, and select, let's say, toilet repair. Pricing will be, let's say, $70, so the value will be 70 again. Let's go to the fourth one, upload, and the price will be, let's say, $120. So add the value of 120 for this field. Let's add one more, and the price will be, let's say, $50. So I'm going to add 50 in the value. So these are the 5 services that we are going to offer. So let's close this one, and you will see 5 different services are added there. Okay, now inside this repeater we need to add the quantity. Let's say if someone has 2 ACs and they want to repair 2 ACs, then we need to add the option to select the number of quantities. So let's search for number here, drag it and drop it inside the repeater. So this is also the part of repeater. Just move it below the image select. All right, so this is the number. So select the number and let's name it as quantity. Add the admin label also, and placeholder, let's say 1, and default value, enable it and make it 1. So the default value will be 1 always. All right, so this is about the quantity. Let's make it small, and let's add one more number here. That will be the price for that particular service. Okay, so if someone select 2 ACs, then it should show the price for the 2 ACs. Let's make it small and move it here. So this is also the part of repeater field. Select this one and let's name it as service price, admin label, and placeholder. I'm going to delete placeholder. Now for this field, I do not want to show this border, so I'm going to customize this one. So click on this customization option, go to theme quick, and for the border, let's make it none. And the font size, I'm going to increase the font size to, let's say, 20, so it will show the bigger font. So we have the service price here, so it will show the price of that particular service here. Okay, so we have one repeater field. Now below that we are going to calculate the total price. So I'm going to add one section here, drag it and drop it here. Okay, now inside this section we are going to add number again. Okay, and this is going to be the total price, calculating all the repeater fields. So select the number and name it as subtotal. Enable the admin label, reduce the size, click on customization, and we are going to remove the border for this one also. None, size will be 20. Okay, now let's remove the placeholder also. Okay, now let's add one more number that will be to calculate the taxes. So I'm going to drag it and drop it here. This is under the same section. Reduce the size and move it up. Select it and let's name it as taxes. Enable the admin label. Remove the placeholder. Right now, just select the section, and I do not want this label for the section. Below that we are going to add one more number, so drag it and drop it here. This is going to be the grand total, so just select it and name it as grand total. Okay, we have the grand total. Let's remove the placeholder again. Done. Now below that we are going to add one more number that will be to calculate amount for the advance payment. If you want to accept the part of payment before they submit the form, then you can calculate the amount that is need to be paid as the advance payment. So I'm going to name it as advanced payment. Enable the admin label. All right, so we have got this contact form here. Now let's update it and let's see how does this look. I'm going to open preview. So these are the personal details. Again, you can customize this form. You can see that we have a basic form here, but you can customize it, make it look more professional. So we have first name, last name, phone number, email, which are not required right now. And on the second step, we have the repeater field. You will see these fields are there and plus sign is there. Let's change it. Let's add a button there. Let's go to repeater field, select the repeater field here. For the repeater field, we are going to add a button. So you will see a button here and let's name it as add new service. Okay, so when someone clicks on it, it is going to repeat the field again. All right, let's update it. Now we need to add calculation here. Okay, so for that we need to go to settings and we will need to add conditional logics. So we are on the settings of this particular form. Let's go to conditional logic. You will see one conditional logic is already there, which is after submitting the form, it is going to show the success message. If you want to enable redirect, you can also enable redirect. Okay, so we are going to add one more condition here. Click on add conditional logic. This is going to be record, create or edit only on field input. So whenever someone makes changes to these fields, it is going to edit the field. Now condition will be, let's say, the image select and the quantity. Okay, so instead of image select, you can change the name of this one. Let's go back to builder and instead of image select, change the name to select service. Add the admin label also. All right, update it and let's go back to settings, conditional logic. This is the condition that we are working on. So only on field input, select the drop down field and select service. So this image select should be selected, is not null. Okay, so it should be selected. And another condition will be quantity. When someone select one of the services and select the quantity, it will calculate the price. So quantity is again not null. So we have these two fields not null. This is the condition and we are going to calculate the price for the service. So select the service price, which is here. For this particular service, value will be select service into quantity. Okay, so the price of this service and the quantity. If someone select this service and the quantity, it is going to be this service multiplied by this quantity. Okay, so this is one condition that we have. Let's update it. Let's go back, refresh it. See, here we do not have these fields as required, so that we can test the form. Later we can make them required. Let's go to next. Now I'm going to select the service and you will see the service price is there. If I select the second service, you will see the price for that particular service, third service, fourth service. If I change the quantity, it is going to multiply that service with the quantity. Okay, so this is how this field is calculated. Let's move on to the next field, that is going to be total. Now why subtotal? If I want to select another service, I can add new service and it is going to repeat this field. Now in this second service, I'm going to select this one and quantity. Okay, so this is the repeater field and the subtotal will calculate the service price here and here. So this is going to be the addition of these service prices. All right, so let's go to conditional logic and add new condition here. Again, select the same field only on field input and this time we are going to select service price is not null. So select service price and is not null. Okay, we do not need any other condition, so delete the second condition and we are going to calculate the subtotal. So select subtotal and value will be the addition of all these repeater service prices. So here you can click on it and scroll down. You will see an option, math repeater. Select that one. And here move the cursor inside this one, inside this bracket and math repeater of service price. So select service price from here. Okay, so this is the new condition. So it is going to add service price in the repeater. Let's update it. Let's go back, refresh it. Next. Now I'm going to select this one, and you will see total price is 100. If I make quantity 2, it will be 200. Subtotal is 200. Now I'm going to add another service. Let's say second service. You will see 80. So 200 plus 80 is 280. Let's add one more service. Let's select this one. So 200 plus 80 plus 70 is 350. So this is how it will be calculated. So this is the subtotal. Now the next calculation will be taxes. So let's go back, go to conditional logic, add new conditional logic, select only on field input, and condition this time will be subtotal is not null. Let's delete the second condition, and we are going to calculate taxes. Let's say the taxes will be 10% of the subtotal. Click on this option and select subtotal multiplied by 0.1. That means 10% of the subtotal. Right, let's update it. Let's go back, refresh it. Next, select the first service, and you will see the taxes, 10% taxes, 10% of 100 is 10. Let's add one more service. Total is 180 and taxes will be 18. Let's add one more. Total is 300 and taxes will be 30. So this is 10% of the subtotal. All right, the next option is grand total. That will be addition of subtotal and taxes. Let's go back, add new condition here, only on input field, and this time we are going to select subtotal is not null and taxes is not null. Okay, and for the grand total, select grand total, and the calculation of the grand total will be subtotal plus taxes. So click on this option and look for subtotal. So you will see all these fields are there. That's why we added admin label for all these fields. So subtotal plus taxes. All right, let's update it. Let's go back, refresh it. Next, select the service. 180 is the subtotal, taxes is 18. 180 plus 18 is 198. So this is the subtotal. Let's add one more. You will see 250 plus 25 is equal to 275. So this is the calculation of grand total. Now we are going to calculate advance payment value, which will be, let's say, 20% of the grand total, so that you want the customer to pay 20% as an advance payment. So let's go back, add new condition, only on input field, and that will be grand total is not null. Let's delete the second condition, and advance payment value will be 10% of the grand total. So let's say 20% of the grand total. So select grand total into 0.20, that is 20% of the grand total. Click on update. Let's go back, refresh. Next, and select the first service. You will see subtotal, taxes, grand total, and this is the 20% of the grand total. Let's select another service, and you will see this is the grand total and this is the advance payment value. Now if you want to add payment gateway, you can add the payment gateway, or you can keep the submit button. Customer will be able to submit the form and it will send you the information with the services selected and the details of the customer. Okay, we have this previous button at the bottom, so we will move it at the top. So let's go back, let's go to builder and go to steps. So these are the steps. You can also change the name for the steps, and you will see the button position is at the bottom. Let's move it at the top, so it will show the previous and next button at the top. Okay, let's update. Now we are going to add payment gateway to the contact form. So instead of submit button, we are going to add the PayPal button. Close this one. Let me show you the payment integration. Let's go to Bit Forms and go to app settings. You will need to integrate your payment gateway in the Bit form. So if I go to payments here, you will see the options here: PayPal, Razorpay, Stripe, and Molly. These 4 payment gateways are available. You can integrate any one of these payment gateways. I have added PayPal payment gateway here. In order to add the PayPal payment gateway, you need to enter the client ID and client search. you will need to go to PayPal API section, and from there you can get these details. Currently it is in sandbox mode. Once you are done with the changes, you can make it live. Okay, so I have already integrated the PayPal payment gateway. So let's go back to the forms and let's go to the form here. This is the second form. Let's change the name of the form, request a quote. Okay, now let's go to the second step, and we are going to add PayPal payment gateway here. PayPal is available only in the Pro plugin, so you will need Pro plugin. Let's search for PayPal, drag it and drop it just above the submit button. Okay, so these are the PayPal payment gateway settings. Now I do not want submit button because I'm going to accept payment. So let's go to submit button, select it and delete the submit button. So we have the PayPal button here. Let's click on it. These are the PayPal button settings. If you do not want to accept credit card, debit card, you will see an option here, disable the card. You can select the option that you do not want. Okay, so I'm going to keep it as it is. Language, you can also change the language. And if you want to enable subscription, you can also enable subscription. Now we need to send the amount to the PayPal, and that is not going to be fixed because we have variables here. So I'm going to select dynamic, and for the dynamic I'm going to select the advanced payment value. So this is the field value that we are going to select. So we are going to accept only the advanced payment using this contact form. If you want to accept the entire amount, you can select grand total, and the grand total value will be sent to the PayPal. So I'm going to select advanced payment value. Shipping amount, if you want to add shipping cost, you can add it, otherwise you can keep it as it is. Tax amount type, we have already calculated the tax here, so we are not going to add it again. So we are going to keep it as it is. This is the currency. Let's update it. Now let's go to step 1 and go to first name, and if you want to make it required, you can simply go here and make it required so that it will not go to the next step before the first name and last name is submitted. Email, let's make it required again. I have already published a detailed video on how to use the bid form. You can watch that video. I'll give you the link in the description box. All right, let's click on update. Let's go to the preview and refresh it. Now you will see that these fields are required. So I'm going to add some dummy data here. All right, I'm going to skip the phone number. I'm going to add the email address here and click next. It will go to the next step. Now I'm going to select the service. This is the service and the price will be $100. Let's add a quantity that will make $200. Taxes will be 20, grand total 220, and advanced payment value is 44. Let's add another service here. Select this one. Let's add one more. And you will see all these services are added. Total value is 440. Advanced payment is 88. Now customer will need to click on PayPal and it will open the PayPal payment gateway. Let's add the PayPal payment email account, or customer will be able to pay with credit card or debit card. I'm going to use the PayPal. Click next. You will see the value. This is the value that will be charged, $88. Okay, so currently it is in sandbox mode. It is not a live PayPal account. However, if you want to accept the payment, you can make it live and accept the payment using the contact form. And if you do not want to accept payment, you can replace this PayPal button with the submit button. You can remove this advanced payment value and just show the grand total to the customer. Let's go to bid form, go to settings, go to conditional logic. You will see this first conditional logic here. You can enable redirect URL and redirect the customer to any other page after submitting the contact form. You can also send email notification. You can create email template and send the details to the customer or send the details to the admin of the website. Okay, let me show you templates here. You can add new template. You can add subject. Let's name it as product quote. And this is going to be subject. You can change it. Add email body. In the email body, you can add all the fields, or you can map all the field with table. So all the fields will be shown here. Okay, so you will get all the details here. Save the templates. Let's go back to conditional logic. Click on the drop down box, and here you can select that template. I have it misspelled here. It will send the email to the customer as well as to the admin. You can select the email field here. You can add your own email also. All right, once done, you can update it and this form will be live. In order to use this form on any page, you can use the shortcode. Let's close this one and you will see the shortcode here. You can copy the shortcode and put it on any page where you want to show this contact form. So this is just an example to show you how you can create a contact form which will help you calculate and accept the payment using the contact form only. The pricing of the Bitform plugin is $29.25 per year for a single website, which is currently at 25% discount. I'll give you 50% discount coupon code in the description box. This 50% discount will be valid during the Black Friday sale. If you want to buy this plugin, I'll give you the link in the description box. You can use my link. So that's it for now. See you in the next video.
Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to get more quick tips about online softwares and tools. If you have any questions, please leave us message in comments section. And press the like button if you like the video. Thanks for watching Quick Tips.